Welcome to YouTube. Yeah. We had 65% of the vote, but all right. So we got. I put jail up the first time I went to jail because that's a funny story.
First time you went to jail?
But we're not doing that one.
Okay, we're not doing that one then.
90s MTV. It's 1990 something, and the master debaters told us to watch some MTV. 2000s MTV.
Yeah.
90s fashion or lack thereof fashion.
Neon.
Or 90s Kevin Smith, because I'm gonna pay $600 and go see Kevin Smith live.
My dad's cool.
As voted on by our audience, we're gonna talk about 90s MTV.
Daddy needs to pay for his education.
We're gonna talk about the 90s.
All right.
When they still play videos, but the good thing about that is that you got exposed to a lot of music that you wouldn't have gotten exposed to it, because like us. MTV was born in the 80s, and it became like pretty fucking big in the 90s. So it's 90 kids like we are. Like, so
I guess you're right.
Dude, my day included with waking up, turn on the video countdown, get ready for school, go, get out the door, get home, pop on TRL or the video countdown for the afternoon. Boom.
I was at sports after school, so I never watched that.
I was a fucking stoner. That's what I mean. Those were back in the day of the BJs.
That's when Carson Daly got famous.
Carson Daly. They claim like TRL is more 2000, but I mean, really and truly, that came to be in like the late 90s. I mean, TRL, video countdowns every day. I'm telling you, dude, I used to wake up, watch a video countdown, go to school, come home, watch a video countdown, and then you get exposed to all kinds of fucking music that you wouldn't. Like, MTV's not gonna play you a lot, but I know the first time I heard about Insane Clown Posse was on MTV. They're like, hey, yeah, this weird clown man got thrown off this Disney label for some reason. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, I'm going to check them out. Speaking of which, we're going to talk about 90s MTV. We got to talk about that TV station, The Box.
I was going to say, bro, the box was probably the best. Cause you can just watch whatever video you want. You have to pay, mind you, and have like your mom's credit card.
My grandmother would give me, I was able to get like, I think 5 to 6 videos per month. And I record them on tape, so I get like, I get Korn, Adidas all day. I dream about sex. I get the music that I'd had no chance of getting anything at, and shit that you wouldn't be able to hear on fucking MTV. But press record, boom. That was all about that shit, man. But I mean, still, and if you watch MTV, I mean, I think the first time I saw Wu-Tang Clan was on Yo MTV Raps, the Clan doing fucking Cream.
That's classic.
And I think the first time I really got introduced to Biggie was him doing the Spring Break in that Gucci. We talked about that fucking Gucci Bill Cosby fucking sweater, man.
Hit that Dr. Huxtable on.
So say what you will, but you did get introduced in a little bit. But we had the BJs. We had just to say we had Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. They did Yo MTV Rap. That Matt Pinfeld dude. He did the
rock
Headbangers show. Ball, the rock show kind of thing. 120 minutes type of Singled Out, Remote Control. You got Jenny McCarthy on Singled Out.
What about that show Next on the Bus?
That's in 2000. See, we can't talk about the 2000s because they didn't want to talk about that. That's not what we're talking about.
Well, Singled Out was a hell of a show.
We did have Jenny McCarthy, Singled Out, Remote Control, Colin Quinn, fucking Dennis Leary, Adam Sandler. I mean, all these were the beginning of shit. Jackass, that was the late 90s. People want to, I mean, it really came into prominence in the 2000s, but that started in the late 90s. I mean, I didn't look up Next. Maybe I could have looked up Next and said, but I was.
Dude, but I'm still a big Beavis and Butthead.
I was just about to say that. Beavis and Butthead was the fucking 90s, dude. I mean, shit, dude. It was either Nickelodeon or MTV for me, like, all the time.
Nickelodeon was like early 90s for me.
No, that was a nerdy.
When I discovered outdoors on a bike, I was gone.
Like subscribe.
They're stupid.
Dude, my kid came across the video of Fred Durst in the 90s.
I think it was me.
He says, "Dad, look, it's Keenan."
I did it all for the nookie. Yeah, the nookie.
I said, no.
So you can take that cookie and
he says, you didn't tell me Keenan was this famous. Look, I didn't know he was that famous either.
Fred Durst got a Mr. Keenan laid back in the day. Red hat.
Probably still getting Keenan laid today, too.
You might be. You might be. So what do you look like? You know? Because you couldn't just send pictures like all fucking easy and shit.
Hell no.
And you want something, well, I'm 300 pounds fat fucking kid, you know, it's gonna be, yeah, it's a hard sell, but I'm the chubby Fred Durst. Boom.
Dude, what about Real World?
The first couple of seasons of Real World are legit, man. Legit.
Yep, like New York.
Yeah, well, I mean, New York, the San Francisco one, dude, and that guy. Remember that TV show, The Grind, had that Real World dude on it? And he'd sit there and dance. It was like supposed to be this whole workout thing. I literally remember me thinking in my head, like, hey, I could do this like every day. I'm gonna lose some weight. Lasted like a fucking day, dude. Like a fucking day. Like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do the workouts here on the grind, I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna learn how to do, I'm gonna do it. Lasted like a fucking day, bro. A day. A day. Maybe. I think I might have been like, oh, I'm gonna try and get high first. Oh, the grind's almost over now. What am I gonna do? Not like the day where you can press pause to get shit going. The grind had moved on without me. All right, real quick, let's finish up with our fucking Polly short. Nothing more 90s than fucking Polly's, like totally Polly. The spring break, the summer beach house shit, dude. I mean,
Yeah, that's some cool shit.
I mean, the spring break, summer beach, those were some sexy ass fucking co-eds. Like, I mean, I don't think you've ever seen. I had never seen sexier women in my life. I don't think.
I just remember watching some of that shit, dude. And I was like 12, 13. I'm like, hell yeah, one of these days I'm gonna go to MTV Spring Break and I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna find me a chick like that.
You ever go to spring break like
Hell
that?
no.
I never did a spring break thing like that, really.
Me neither.
Started up Beauty Bed. We talked about Jackass. Cindy Crawford being on this. She used to do those documentaries, like those backstage documentaries. She'd take you to like TRL. She'd take you to Saturday Night Live. She'd take you to Fresh Prince. Like, she'd take you fucking everywhere. Celebrity Deathmatch, dude.
Yes, that claymation was cool.
And that shit was it started out as just like.
That was legit.
Yeah, but what it started out as like.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was like halftime.
Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah, it was like just the halftime of the Super Bowl. And they came up with the whole thing. Judge Mills Lane. Oh, dude, that guy's dead for sure. Judge Mills, I haven't thought about that. That bald-headed old guy that.
He was a boxing referee for a long time.
Became a judge for. Oh, I call him Judge Mills Lane because he became a judge for a minute. Actually, he's not like. Unplugged. Nirvana, Oasis. Fucking LL Cool J Unplugged.
There's some good ones.
MTV News was really good in the fucking 90s too, man.
Yeah.
I think MTV News was the one that told me about Biggie and Tupac being shot. Like, different times and shit. I think that was MTV News break. Biggie was shot down today. I'm gonna find me. MTV News was legit, man.
Yo, MTV Raps.
Yeah, and that was fucking good, dude. Fucking good. I mean, we pretty much talked about it, but I mean, and that started out with Fab Five Freddy and shit, dude, but then it went to Ed Lover. And I always remember, like, I'd hear Dr. Dre and shit, and I was always surprised when it was the fat dude.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's not bad, Dr. Dre.
Like, got skinny.
Yeah. Yeah. I know Ed Lover's still around. Whatever happened to homeboy Dr. That dude?
Like, we will go get him later and find out.
I might Google him. I have to do something about it. But yeah, I mean,
I think and find out.
And people talk shit about, oh, remember when MTV played videos and stuff? Not only did it play videos and introduce you to shit, because like right now, I'll go on YouTube and it follows the algorithm. It shows me what I want to see. Like, I'm gonna see a House of Pain on Vivo show up or something like that. I'm gonna see.
Let's subscribe.
What's that fucking white dude's name? Vlad. I'll see Vlad talk to fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the algorithm. MTV, like, you just put it on and let it go, and you'd hear shit.
You got to watch what they wanted.
You get sucked into like fucking Real World, like a whole fucking day of the Real World. And you'd be like, oh my god, I didn't like this show, but now I do.
That was binge watching before binge watching.
Well, you didn't. Yeah, they just be like, oh, you're having a whole day of fucking Real World and shit. And like, well, we'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
That was the good old days, man. Like, and I did start a new playlist for everyone on YouTube. It's called Bob's Boob Tube. instead of us just talking about, I click on the shit and I save it to a list where if you want to see free movies on YouTube, that's how I kind of find shit, like just watching free shit. You don't see all the shit you want to, but you're like, oh, I'll check that out. This was episode like 205 of WafflN OUT.
210, bro.
What?
Like 210.
No, this is 205. I number them each week.
Well, I want to say it's 210.
But you can say it's 210, but I promise you this shit.
Well, then it is episode 205.1.
WafflN OUT.
To that, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on WafflN OUT. Do you know what?
Like, subscribe. My dad's cool. Like and subscribe for me. Daddy needs to pay with it. And
talking real life shit and Waffle House bullying. What's that about? We nerds out here figuring shit out.